What was that?
Yeah, I think that was my phone vibrating.
It's the government trying to tell us to shut up.
Get off your podcast. Go home.
Yeah.
That's my director probably telling me shut up.
Damn.
All right. Okay. So,
Hi, I'm Billy.
and I'm Jimmy.
We are the Vulcan Skull of podcasting, and we want to welcome you to the numbskullery that is the Zeotoheropod podcast.
Where creators and fans come together to share their love of their fandoms.
Welcome to this episode of Zeo to Hero, where another weekly journey as we travel this morphing grid. I'm trying something new. How's it sound, Jim?
Well, I'm gonna do the woo woo.
Okay. Well,
Throw that in there at some point.
I am joined with my always bearded co-host, Jim, the only man more disappointing than an unsalted pretzel.
Hey, one day, I'm gonna trim my beard. And it's gonna blow your mind.
Yeah, the day I'm gonna just call the laws on you for doing that. That's a crime.
It's a crime against humanity.
Yeah. So we are also joined with a new guest today too. A cosplay too.
A cosplay too?
Yeah. He
Wait, technically,
cosplays. My bad.
Wouldn't this be like the fourth cosplayer we would have on the show?
Have we?
Pretty sure. So we got.
Nope.
We got Derek, TN, Mark, and now him. Yeah, 4. Yeah.
Oh, 4. Okay. Well, I would like to welcome on Justin, or as he's known as the Spartan.
Number 4.
Number 4. Yeah.
I am number 4.
Yeah, number 4. But as he's known on, do you go by Spartan Green Ranger on your socials, or?
It's all Spartan Green Ranger, yes.
Sweet. And actually, can I just say one of the most unique Green Ranger variants I've seen out there?
Thank you.
Oh yeah, no,
yeah.
No, I don't like give two flying anything about the Green Ranger, but yeah, yours is like.
Yeah. Oh, hold on, Jay. Do it again.
I get those golf claps. Nice. Yeah. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello,
how
world.
are we doing?
Yeah. How did you stumble upon like a Green Ranger Spartan style?
Okay, so the quickest way to explain this was I was honestly just sitting in my office reading some comic books, and then I just got an email notification that the new video had been posted by Jason Frank, and it was that promo for Shattered Grid, right?
Okay.
So I'm sitting there, and I watched the trailer, and I'm thinking, oh, this is a cool concept. I like this stuff. And then I saw the Century Red Ranger, and I was like, oh, that's sick. And I was just kind of like, let's look around to this. And I was like, I wonder if I could do something Green Ranger themed with that. And I was like, so I got here on my digital tablet, and I just took a picture, grabbed it, put it on as a background, and just started kind of sketching over it, turned some green things here, some gold there. And I was like, oh, this is good. Let me put this out there before I start putting a bunch of money to it. See what people think. And they were just like, oh, you've got to do this. You've got to do it. I was like, okay, sure, let's do it. So I talked to some people here, talked to people there, learned a few things about foam crafting that I had never done before, and everything followed together really quick. And it was a huge learning curve because I'd never worked with like foam clay. So I learned foam clay techniques. Actually, I've got right here, like, this is one of the molds one of the molds I used. I don't know if it's matrixing too bad or not.
Oh, yeah.
But that's pretty cool.
But this is one of my first silicone molds I ever made. And I use that to make my Green Ranger symbols for my entire cosplay.
That's wicked cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And then, so from basic foam crafting to advanced foam crafting techniques, it all got put into this cosplay. And then a lot of 3D printing. 3D printing is our new cosplay medium that I fell into it quick. Like, my whole TikTok career started from just 3D printing in general. I started with a Bat in the Sun themed costume, with a Bat in the Sun themed helmet, and now here I am with friends that are custom making me files because I'm still like garbage at 3D modeling. I'll be.
Oh
the
yeah,
first to
no,
admit
that
Yeah.
you got to be
Um,
kind of.
so,
It takes some practice. You're good.
Yeah.
But if you guys have seen like some of the first pictures I have, I had like a Century inspired Bat in the Sun style helmet. But then I got to give a plug to my buddy Matt Cameron. He's the guy who did my custom helmet, and he also did all the custom work on that sword. I did the printing and finishing to make it look all pretty and stuff. But man, he did a killer job on the way that file came together. So,
That
it was-
sword in itself is like
That
awesome.
sword is amazing.
It is the
Yeah.
linchpin.
Every time I see it, I'm like,
Because I don't know what to call. Do you have a name for that?
I call it the Dragon Sword. So like the Dragon Sword.
Oh,
So like a slight little pun to the Dragon Zord, but so Dragon
Yeah.
Sword. But the whole concept behind it is it's an upgraded Dragon Dagger. Now you'll see,
Oh.
like I still use a Dragon Dagger on the cosplay because it fits together. It's kind of like a knight inspired / Ronin inspired. That's why when you see on the costume, it's almost like that double sword style, kind of stacked.
mhm.
It's because I do have a background in samurai training, so I'm used to having like a short sword and a shoto and stuff like that style. So that's why the Dragon Dagger stays. But
Yeah.
think of it as a upgraded, like almost. Think if the Green Ranger took that Sentry armor, but then also took the Dragon Zord and was able to encompass the Dragon Zord as pieces of weaponry and armor, besides
Oh.
just being the Zord. So it's like he's always got that Zord power with him.
Now, so you
So.
said you inspired it off of the Red Sentries. Would
Yeah.
your costume be considered like would it be considered like a coinless version of the Green Ranger?
Okay, so it's kind of getting into backstory of the character, and with that character, it's going to come into play in some other things we're going to talk about here in a little bit.
Oh.
But think of him as he has a Green Ranger power coin,
Mhm.
but he kind of pulled a Draken and made those powers merge because the morpher that he was going to be using was destroyed. So he needed some way to power and get the power from the coin.
Right.
So he found a Sentry Ranger and he kind of pulled a Draken. It's like, look, if some bad guy can do it, a good guy can do it.
Oh, right. Ah, so the
Does-
plot thickens.
Wait. Does the Sentries have a morpher?
No, I don't think so.
No, it's just power armor that's infused in.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
was
want to
like,
talk too
isn't
much.
it just like armor that has like infused like Ranger powers to it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
more like so. I don't want to get too far into it because there's going to be a topic we're talking about later that will explain it a little bit more. If any of my people in my role playing game are listening to the podcast, when we get to that point, kind of pause, kind of mute that for a little bit.
So since you deal with the Green Ranger, so you showed us the foam piece with the design.
Yeah.
Would you like to explain because there's another design that is correlated with the Green Ranger too, and a lot of people don't know that was an early version of the design, right?
Yeah.
Like the actual dragon coin with the dragon on it.
Yeah. Well, which one are you talking about?
The Super
you're talking
Sentai
about-
version.
You're talking about like the Dragon Caesar's symbols and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Okay, so like there's stuff on the Dragon Zord's shoulders and stuff, that little filigree style stuff, and I decided to incorporate that a lot into the costume because it gave it more of a regal, like almost Spartan / Caesar type thing. That's why there's a giant plume and stuff like that. I mean, it all just kind of fit at that point. It was like, look, I'm a guy from Sparta. Our whole theme here in town was the Spartan warriors and stuff like that. So I was like, it just makes sense to make this kind of like a Spartan type character. So,
and you're gonna take that costume down to Atlanta, right?
oh yeah,
We're not there yet, damn it.
I'm just saying.
He's trying to get us back on the train.
All right, so I'll ask a question.
Mhm.
You taking that suit down to Ranger Stop? Atlanta?
Oh yeah, I definitely am. I've got a plan together with some other amazing creators. If you guys haven't seen me before, TikTok is where I kind of got my start and got famous, and I've got some other TikTokers I'm going to be hanging out with over that weekend. But
Who's gonna be hanging out with you?
uh, I know I'm hanging out with Review Time Productions. JP, he's an excellent guy.
Okay.
Tier House, I think is the way he says his name. I'm sorry if you're listening to the podcast and I've murdered that, but Dylan, he's an amazing person. And one guy that I've recently became good friends with, and that's Notorious JMK.
Oh yeah.
If you guys haven't checked out his stuff, he's an amazing maker.
Okay.
So we're all going to be hanging out, and but I'm definitely going to be unveiling that suit on Saturday. It'll actually be Jason David Frank's first time of getting to see it up close because he's got to see behind the scenes stuff while during the entire process. So
Okay.
I'm really
Very
excited that he gets to see this firsthand as a first kind of reveal on the one day he's there. Now, I also am going to be doing my other awesome cosplay. If you guys haven't seen that, it is my Green Ninjetti. I did a lot of work to get that thing switched up. A huge shout out to AGC Cosplay. I don't think they're actually even active right now.
Okay.
But if you guys do see AGC Cosplay, man, they did some killer work, but there were some modifications that had to be done.
You have photos of your Ninjetti costume?
I do have a few photos of it. I know for a fact I've got one. So,
Okay.
but yeah. But huge shout out to AGC Cosplay. They do amazing work for a quality costume for the early entry into cosplay.
Okay.
I will give feedback though that most of the time it needs some tweaking, even if you get custom sizing.
Yeah.
And if you have like their coins are kind of for like the Ninchetti coins, so always finding a maker or somebody that, or if you are a maker, being able to make your own custom chest coin either through resin or FDM printing is a huge plus, and it takes that costume to the next level. So that'll be Friday. Sunday I may be doing Bat in the Sun Green, but I may just be regular old Spartan Green Ranger and shooting B-roll footage all day for the last day of the con.
Oh yeah, that'd work. Yeah.
So, um,
And you're gonna be with JP too, so might as well, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I think we're gonna do some. I know me and Notorious are gonna be doing some awesome collabs while we're together.
He's actually taken a suit of the South Korean version of Dino Charge version.
Yes, he is.
Oh,
Power
yeah.
Rangers Dino Brave.
Dino Brave, yes, and I saw that. I follow him too, and that thing looks really nice for the being odd.
I mean, it was a first time kind of big thing that a Korean series got so popular that Japan said, "Hey, we want this," and dubbed it back into their own language.
I didn't know
First
that.
time it's ever
It's
happened.
huge.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it became a Super Sentai version, or
Yeah. Well, no, they just basically took the entire series and just redubbed it back in Japanese.
Yeah, like what they do with Power Rangers. Like
Yes.
they'll take seasons of Power Rangers, redub it in Japanese, which is kind of weird. But
gotcha. Okay. Okay.
oh yeah. And aren't you going to be going to Orlando, Ranger Stop Orlando as well, right?
Yeah. The plan is Ranger Stop Orlando as well in November, and maybe even Dragon Con if we can fit it in.
Okay.
But right now we are confirmed to be doing both Ranger stops. So
Sweet.
See that
Our buddy Jason Sheppard should be out and about for both of those, I believe.
Oh yeah, Jason's a big mutual with all of ours.
Oh yeah,
and Jason's kind of like that linchpin that has brought this community fully together. I mean, I'm amazed to be a part of this awesome cosplay community and Ranger community that has grown on TikTok, because up till about 6-8 months ago, we were just a very small niche, like independent groups here and there and here and there. Yeah, Jason has been one of those linchpins, as well as Phantom Ranger has been.
Like I knew he was doing work, but dang, I didn't know he was doing that much work.
Phantom is a big guy in the community. Eternal. I mean, back before, like 6 months ago, whenever I was just kind of getting started, I only kind of like talked with Rikun and a couple other guys from here in Tennessee, and now I've got Ranger fans and friends all across the state. Heck, in the last like 2 months, I've got Ranger fans following me from Mexico to Germany to Sweden. I've got a guy in Australia that's like, man, I really enjoy your work. So
Now the question is, how often is the Zeo to Hero name thrown around?
a lot. A lot.
Yeah.
I'm like, look, if you guys like a Ranger themed podcast, you need to go check out
Yeah.
Zeo to Hero.
Yeah.
I'll take
So-
that.
Every day at work, I'm like, I get on Google, I'm like, Power Ranger podcast, you know, I'm like, nothing. Dang it. Yeah. Well, my computer just beeped at me. Didn't like that.
Well, that's because you
Like, stop it.
Stop it. Yeah.
stop making IBCAC errors over there, buddy.
Oh my
For
god.
any, we're gonna lead you into a little tech secret right here, guys. If you hear you've got an IBCAC error, it's you. Because IBCAC is idiot between keyboard and chair. So if you ever hear that, now you know a little tech secret.
Well, I tell you what, I made a big dumb there. Then, yeah.
I'm surprised his computer hasn't exploded yet.
Yeah,
Like, that's
right.
the one thing I'm always surprised about. Like, it's not exploded?
What? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh
That
my
would be the
god.
most interesting podcast so far on this podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you're gonna go to Ranger Stop Orlando. You're going to Atlanta. You're trying to hit Dragon Con, right? And anything else you're looking forward to trying to hit?
Not this year. Maybe I might hit a smaller con by the end of the year.
Okay.
Maybe somewhere here in Tennessee, another small Tennessee con. But those are the ones that are definitely on the books.
The cool thing about where Justin is a lot of the big cons happen on the East Coast or like South. And you're easily accessible to all those. Not like where I am. I have to drive 9 hours to get out of Texas, and God forbid I
Well,
try
you
and go
know,
anywhere.
I used to fly out of Texas a lot, and half the flight was leaving Texas.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
That's all it was.
yeah.
Leaving Texas.
There's a couple small cons coming up at the end of June in Austin that I'm gonna try and go to. Like, I don't know.
Well, I believe there's a con. I mean, at the time we're recording this, there's a con coming up this weekend in Dallas.
Oh yeah, yep.
Yeah. So
Is what coming up, and I'm not gonna go to it because I don't want to deal with that.
It's
Like, I got a
fun.
friend coming down. I got a friend coming down, and I'm gonna be cooking stuff for him and having a nice time.
yeah. Well, MegaCon, like recording this right now, MegaCon just wrapped up last weekend, and there was some amazing stuff that happened at MegaCon too. There were some great cosplays. I watch a lot of these cons that are going on to see kind of like what's the big, what's the little. But man, MegaCon seemed to be fire this year.
Yeah.
No cap, as these young kids say.
Yeah, I saw a bunch of videos from it. I was like, that's actually pretty cool. I didn't see anything else besides really outside of the cosplay for that event.
I feel like the cons is starting to become more of a cosplay thing now, which is I'm kind of cool with
Yeah,
because all
that's
those
so
people
cool.
who get creative with things. And like, don't get me wrong, you still have your panels and everything else like that,
Yeah.
but it's kind of taking a back seat to all the really cool cosplay stuff.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I think cosplay kind of blew up, and we can thank Adam Savage from MythBusters for that.
Oh yeah,
Gonna be a big main name drop there, but
Yeah,
his incognito walks kind of like showed cosplays for everybody.
Yeah.
And it's I mean,
and kind of COVID kind of helped a little bit.
oh yeah.
yeah.
I
It
mean,
was like, hey guys, you got something to do? You do now.
everybody had a long.
yeah. I didn't realize how big of a nerd Adam Savage was off of MythBusters.
Oh my
yeah.
goodness, he's a huge nerd. I love it.
Until I saw him break down the Ghostbusters proton pack. I was like, this dude really loves like nerd stuff.
I liked his Gundam build.
Oh my god,
That
yes.
was great, and
Oh,
it
yeah.
makes me kind of jealous that I can't even come close to what Jacob can do.
Oh
yeah.
gosh.
Yeah.
I
No,
mean,
not even close.
I build Gunpla in my spare time, right? Like I used to be a big 40K player, but now I've switched over to building more Gunpla and stuff like that. And gosh, it is just a great experience. If you guys have never done Gunpla, gosh, just go get you one of those 30-minute missions. It's a great way to decompress for 30 minutes. So
I buy the little minis, the little mini Gundams. I buy the little minis.
hey, you got a Barbatos right there. That's not a bad choice.
A Lupus Rex one too. Can't complain.
Don't hold it against me. G Gundam's my favorite Gundam. That's what I
Hey,
say.
we did a whole episode dedicated
We
to G
did
Gundam.
yeah,
It's
exactly.
fine.
We did a whole episode. It's like the best one. You know.
It's the most listened to episode of all. Like,
Go
all
listen
time.
to that one because G Gundam's the best.
Yeah.
I'm going to put that on the record right now. I will die on that hill.
I mean, it was a new concept for us. I loved it.
It was a fun
Yeah.
concept. Yeah, I liked it quite a bit. And to be fair, I'll say it's like my top like 5.
Yeah, I'd say it's my top 5. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, top 5. So don't worry, top 5.
Oh yeah. I mean, we're getting comments right now. Gundam Wing all day
Oh
long.
God.
Endless Waltz is the best.
Oh my God, those
No,
people
take
are
it
ridiculous.
back.
Ugh.
Like the Ming is good, but it was
Yeah.
good in the 90s. Now it's
Yeah. I'll give them credit. They had some amazing suits on there, but the storyline, oh no, it's just so
it
unbearable.
was beat you over the head with a stick with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I quite liked Double Zero. That was
Yeah.
great.
Oh yeah. Double Zero's good.
That was a good
Seed is in my top 5. I like Seed.
Get out.
See, hey,
Yeah. I
Hey,
watched
don't
half
That
a
convoluted
Yeah.
nonsense.
hey, the Gundams were really cool. It's okay. It's
Yeah.
okay.
They look cool, but convoluted nonsense.
Everybody's entitled to their own incorrect opinions. It's all right.
Yeah.
It's like those people who tell you that Operation Overdrive is like the worst series ever.
No.
They don't even know what Megaforce is.
No, look, okay. There's people getting like carpet banned on TikTok right now just for saying Megaforce. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I saw that. What's his name?
There is-
Keeps getting banned. Red Cryptic.
Red Cryptic Ranger.
Yeah.
He keeps,
Every time he mentions
Crypt-
Megaforce.
much love, man, but you just need to stop.
What?
While you're
Okay.
ahead.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't get on TikTok at all. Like most of our fans know, I despise
Yeah.
TikTok. But what?
Oh yeah, no, this poor guy. He gets on there and he's on. He'll get back on live, and then somebody just mentions Megaforce, and I'll be on a live with him, and then just boom, it's dead. And he wouldn't even say anything about it. Just somebody asked him about Megaforce, and then boom, 7-day freaking posting ban for live. I don't
All
know
right
what's going
then.
on.
Yeah, I'm just like, what in the
that-
world?
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Can
So-
like other people mention it and be okay?
I
Just
don't
him?
know, but I mean, it's became a taboo. We won't even talk about it on live. We won't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. All right then.
I think it's just Gosei trying to pay people.
I think Gosei's just jealous because he's a Wish.com
Zordon.
Zordon.
Yeah.
The Wish.com version of Zordon, yeah.
Mhm.
You
That's
know,
what it is.
or Robo Knight is the Wish.com version of any Six Ranger.
Got to take you on this ADD trip though, real quick. It just dawned on me the other day when I was actually watching a video that somebody mentioned most Six Rangers have the most tragic backstory,
Yeah.
and I didn't even think about it when I was writing this original character of mine. That I gave him a tragic backstory.
Sounds about right.
It just was like a
It's like
like editors, give me a head explosion.
Yeah. Oh.
like I don't know, man.
Why
like
is it that every Six
yeah,
Ranger
that
Yeah.
makes total sense. And like they always get the flashiest suits because
Mhm.
flashy things sell really well.
Yeah.
So like the gold.
and they come
Yeah.
and they come in with like a level boost in D&D terms.
Yeah, yeah. They always
Yeah.
come in with
I-
levels ahead. Look at Antonio from Samurai. He comes in and wipes the floor with everyone.
Yeah,
It's great.
that's one question I asked somebody too. I was like, well, why is it like Antonio comes in, just dust the big bads and the henchmen,
and then the
you
next episode he gets beat up.
and then you just never see that power again. Like what was
what's
the deal
going
with
on?
that? You know?
It's for the same reason that most villains lose at the end of Power Rangers. They lose for the craziest reasons.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
I mean,
Like
it's
one got sneezed on, he lost like that.
I mean,
Yeah.
like look,
How do you think Rita lost? She got married.
she did. I mean, I like using the Ninja Storm argument. Lothar was his own worst enemy at the end.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's a good point.
Okay.
mean-
Have you gone back and rewatched Turbo in like the last like 6 months at all?
You felt that, right? Everyone gets the
Yeah.
groan.
Yeah.
Have you gone back at all like the last 6 months to watch Turbo whatsoever?
I
It's
did.
kind of funny.
Yeah.
Like I've been watching. I'm like, that's some terrible puns.
Yeah. There's some
All
bad
right.
one-liners. Yeah.
There's some terrible one-liners, but like post Tommy, all the TJ stuff, like everything after Tommy, it gets a lot better, a lot funnier.
Yeah.
up to like episode 18. It's just like, yeah.
We have a
We have a standing joke. I can't fully say it because I don't know what the rating is for the podcast. But
I'll bleep you out. You're fine.
instead of saying shift into turbo, we say
meow.
gumbo. Because turbo leaves that kind of taste in the mouth.
Yeah.
Like somebody just took a massive excrement into.
Yeah.
They did do Adam wrong. The whole the whole season.
Hey Jim, if you're gonna censor him out on a turbo pun, please make it a car noise. Go. Me and Jim kind of dove into it, and we have a growing conspiracy about turbo.
Keep an eye on our YouTube channel for more.
For that,
Ooh, yeah,
we're gonna break it down.
YouTube. Hey, that's the new frontier for me. Okay, I'm trying to get going there on YouTube. So shameless plug here. Link. Check out all my link trees. It will take you to every single piece of social media that I am on. If you do just so happen to find me on Facebook, though, realize it's nothing against you. If you send me a friend request, I don't reply. I'm trying to keep like the regular Facebook private.
Oh.
So definitely choose the Spartan Green Ranger reviews if you use the Facebooks. I don't really use a lot of Facebook except for business purposes for my 9-to-5 job, which is arcade repair. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't really use the Facebook very often. If I do, it's just to keep up with the toy collections.
Yeah. And like we hit our group a little bit, the Zeo to Hero group.
Yeah,
if you want to, you can join that as well.
Oh yeah.
And we post stuff in there.
Yeah, you can post things.
Interesting things. Well, a lot of stuff we post in the groups and on the Zeo to Hero group and page, we end up posting on Instagram as well. So if you're following us, you're following us.
Yeah.
And then we get, we do the spicy takes on Twitter.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know, I don't really do Twitter, and I probably should, but I don't understand Twitter.
Oh, so. Yeah. It took me a while.
Only about 10% of people use Twitter.
Yeah.
That's about it, 10%. And if you're not on Twitter, don't worry about it. You're not missing much.
So my whole Twitter feed is literally like Power Rangers or Tokusatsu related, and I like it because it's cool to scroll through the feed and actually just see what I want to see instead of watching something that's suggested to me.
Yeah.
Well, look, my new guilty pleasure recently, and I'll always be a Toku fanboy, okay? But I'm now starting to get into Kamen Rider, and
yes,
Kamen Rider is really fun. Yeah,
I'm really starting to get into it and enjoy it. I made a TikTok today about it, but I'm really enjoying Kamen Rider Zeo. That's a cool concept to me.
Hold on, I think I got it right here.
Yeah. Show some toys.
I wanted to follow his chair. And I just want to unvideo of him falling off his chair.
Got it.
Ah,
there we go,
dude. That's the first season I watched, and I absolutely love Zero. 01.
But
Kamen Rider is fantastic. I'll give it there's some weird seasons, but all in all, it's pretty good.
It gives you the Power Ranger vibe, but they get alternate suits. Like every few episodes, they get a new suit style.
Yeah,
and
it's great.
I love it,
and I love armored suits. Okay,
oh yes.
I love so when we started getting like battleizer suits here in the U.S., I was like, this is cool.
Yeah,
like heavily armored stuff. So I mean, whenever I decided to do this armored Green Ranger, I was like, okay, this is right up my alley because it's armor. So
the only one that I could not get into was the space themed Kamen Rider.
Oh yeah,
I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head.
I know what you're talking about because he's a doctor. Not a doctor. No, he's not. That's X-Aid.
It's that weird one. I tried and I couldn't get into it.
Yeah,
like it's a rocket themed bug. I don't know. It's weird.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
I'm gonna go with that. It's weird. And to be fair, like most Kamen Rider stuff's pretty fun. I like it. It's a fun series and stuff. Like every season has its own quirks and weirdness and fun stuff.
I just haven't seen the new one though. Revice. I haven't seen that one.
I haven't seen much about it either right now. I do know Dama Bros. The new Super Sentai's getting a lot of good feedback.
Yeah, I mean, well, my first full and I've loved Super Sentai for a while, but I just found a place where I could actually get into it and enjoy it, right? Because Toku Nation got taken down, and stuff like that. But the first series I got to watch from as a syndicated release from beginning to end was Ryu Soldier,
Oh.
and but I've always enjoyed the Sentai series, but I never got to watch them to completion because it was a bit of this, bit of that, bit of this, bit of that.
Yeah.
But I'm living that Toku life now, and I can't go back. So
I'm waiting for you to get car stickers for your car that's just a bunch of Super Sentai themes and stuff on it, and you'll be driving around, no one's gonna get it.
Yeah, nobody's gonna understand.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna be like, what are you talking about? What's this nonsense? No.
I'm gonna. I've already been thinking because I got a vinyl cutter here house. I thought about putting on the back window of my car. I didn't choose the Toko life. The Toko life chose me.
You could if it's not you could totally make that your design and
that's gonna be a T-shirt. Sorry guys, that's mine. That's a shameless merch plug. I'm making that shirt. You can't have that.
You hear that, Jim? Right?
No, I just bought a bunch of stickers for my car. I got the In Space logo and the Zeo logo I'm gonna put on there, and no one's gonna get it. Not a single person. Damn shame.
Mega Ranger.
Zeo to Hero will be right back after these messages.
Hello, I'm Sarah McLaughlin, and for 50 cents a day, you can make a poor person like Billy feel bad about himself. If you really like the Baker Ranger movie talks, you might really like the Zeo to Hero podcast, where we go through and examine fan creations and everything else in between, from Neon Lights to the Right Corners Ranger, who you just watched. If you really liked his stuff, you might find him better on the Zeo to Hero Instagram page, where he likes to wear tinfoil hats made out of duct tape. And when he wears duct tape, it pulls out the little bit of hair he has left. So if you want to watch him slowly go bald, keep it together.
I was like, when is he gonna crack? When's he gonna crack?
That's so good.
That was so good. I was waiting to the very end. I was like, and remember, boys and girls, never trust a fart.
Hope you're ready to wrap things up with a bang. Welcome back to Zeo to Hero.
Just as you were saying to us earlier that you have an up and coming RPG. Is it a tabletop?
It is a tabletop, yes.
So an RPG tabletop game coming out. Do you mind to explain some of that?
Oh yeah, most definitely. So we're going to be using the Power Rangers RPG book that uses the SS20 system. If you guys haven't checked that out, it is an amazing role play system. It's pretty good for newer players, so getting them comfortable in the rolling dice, or even veteran dice chuckers from other kind of systems. It's a different system than most people are used to, but it's a lot of fun. Now, the world I'm building does have a little bit of backstory to it. So think Power Rangers Unworthy meets Shattered Grid kind of stuff going on. The premise is, after the Shattered Grid, we know the multiverse of Smash. Anybody that's read the comic books or is familiar with the comic books knows what happened with Shattered Grid. Mm-hmm. Now, once you break something, you can't put it back together like it was before. So worlds that didn't originally have access to the Morphing Grid now have access to it. So in this world, it's a world where Power Rangers was always like fan, mythos, the thought of somebody's mind process, right? It was TV shows, stuff like that. But now the world has had access to the Morphing Grid, and the one type of people you don't want to have access to Morphing Grid powers has powers to it, and that is a military organization.
I'm about to say teenagers' attitude, but okay, yeah.
No, it's a military organization has access to it, and this this ranger called the Green Dragon Knight is coming from another universe where something like this has happened and bad things have happened. He's going to come in and he's going to build a ranger team to help stop these experiments from happening, because our big bads are mutated people. They're also they've made a small military type defense force that you have to fight against for like your putty patrollers that are all like mutants. It's going to be a pretty epic thing. It's going to still be kind of lighthearted, but it's going to have a little bit of a darker tone to it. So we're going to give people that are listening to the podcast right now, this is going to be kind of a PG-13 kind of thing. So parents' approval before you watch or listen in on the RPG. But it's going to be a lot of fun. We got some really cool original characters coming out. I wish I could spoil some of it, but some of these character concepts that I've got to read are just fantastic.
Who's gonna be playing with you?
Well, we've got Jason Sheppard, Gold Ranger 04500546 from TikTok, Omega Black Zack, Phantom Ranger is supposed to be coming in and out. Squirrel is supposed to be making appearances. The Kobold Khan is supposed to be making appearances. And a regular to this podcast, The Rachel Show, is going to be joining us at the table as well.
Very nice.
It's all going to be going through Roll20. So Roll20 has amazingly already got all the content ready to go. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
All right, Rachel, you got your shout out. Calm down.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds like it's gonna be a lot of fun, man. And where are you gonna be streaming to? Are you gonna make this publicly available?
We're looking to stream to Twitch if we can get everything set up for Twitch. But if not, it will always be clips will be posted to TikTok, but full videos will be uploaded to YouTube as well.
Cool.
Be ready to have something to sit down and drink and relax because I think we're going to be going for like hour-long episodes as we do it. So
very nice. All right.
So something to put on the background, listen to while you're working, or if you just want to have a car ride home and stuff like that, or want to sit down and watch all the action, it'll be right there for you.
Fair enough. All right. And transitioning from that to another fan project you're working on. You said something about a movie, right?
There is a fan film in the works. Just so you know, it's still very early on in the process. But
mum's the word, guys. Mum's the word. Don't tell no one about this.
I can't say too much now. If you guys want to help, I do have to put a plug here. There is a GoFundMe set up because I do live, as you guys can see, Sparta. There's no hint there. I'm from Sparta, Tennessee, middle of nowhere town. But to be part of this project, it's in LA. So if you guys want to help out, there is a GoFundMe page in my link tree to help me get there. But I have been told by the director of the fan film that a little bit of stuff I can talk about. It's kind of a fan film mashup of Power Rangers, Star Wars, and Marvel. So I can confirm that those are going on. And your boy, the Green Dragon Knight, will be making an appearance. And I get to go toe-to-toe with a very notable bounty hunter from the Star Wars universe. This character that I'm going against, he just had a book of him released on a certain streaming platform. That's all I'm gonna say towards that. But if you want to see a Power Ranger go toe to toe against a very famous bounty hunter, you're gonna want to check this fan film out. And of course I'm gonna be doing my own stunts, so I've got martial arts experience since I was 6.
So wait, you're gonna go up against T9?
No. T9's a joke compared to the Dragon Knight. I'll take T9 out before he can blow up. Boss would be a better fight than T9.
Cad Bane.
Oh, yeah.
You talking about Cad Bane?
No, I'm not talking about Cad Bane.
Cad Bane.
You have to understand, like, out of my bounty hunter tier list, like, Cad Bane goes above even like the fan favorite. Okay, I don't think we have a budget to do Cad Bane, but we do have a budget to do a certain bounty hunter that has
a certain bounty hunter with a cool Western theme song.
Yeah. Guys, if you guys like what's all going on, I highly recommend be checking out some of this awesome stuff that's coming out through Hasbro with the IP. For a while there, I was worried about what was going on with Power Rangers. So, I mean, but personally, like, this is my very humble opinion, Hasbro has done some amazing work with the IP, from being smart and letting Boom Studios still do the comic line. The toys that have been coming out have been really good. I've got some argument about packaging, but that's for another podcast.
Yeah.
Well, it's not a visual medium.
but but the show's been doing really good.
The
There's some other
show's
things.
stepped it up a notch. I really do like this last season so far. It's been a lot of fun.
So at the end of the day, remember, these are humble opinions, and you draw your own conclusions. But I think we've been having some really good stuff. I mean, the Lightning Collection's fantastic.
Very.
Well, like I feel like Hasbro wants. Well, they know if they do a good job with it, it's just going to keep printing money,
yeah.
yeah.
and that's what they want is it to print money. And so,
And I'm a big purveyor about this. I mean, if you go out right now and you look, like everybody says, why is there so much MMPR? Why is there so much? It's because, guys, it's a safe bet.
Yes.
Right. If you want to get toys and things that are in space, Lost Galaxy, other seasons that didn't do so well, like Magic Ranger. I'm sorry, Mystic Force.
Yeah.
You have to take those hits. I mean, but if they take Power Rangers and they do this, they do it with Mighty Morphin, they've got the money to do the other ones.
Yeah.
They don't want to invest millions of dollars in toy research to go make something that might not sell.
Like you're saying, so when they started the Lightning Collection, it was kind of like projected towards the kids. But then they saw the people that were buying them are like in their upper 20s, 30s, and 40s. And they started, that's why they kept going back to Mighty Morphin, because their targeted age has moved. And the people that in the targeted age grew up with Mighty Morphin.
well, they were shooting for people in their mid 20s with disposable income.
So that's kind of why they keep going back to Mighty Morphins, because the projected age. Grew up with it.
Shipped a little. But like when they first came out, they had Doggy, they had Dino Charge Red, MMPR White, and Zed. Right, was the first wave. Yeah. And so it was kind of a widespread kind of like see where it was going to go with it, because Dino Charge for the kids, Shadow Ranger for like us, the White Ranger for us, and then Zed for everyone else who wants the villain.
But
there's been a huge paradigm shift over the last like 2 years for the Lightning Collection. I mean, so like now you can see it like because our 6-inch figures with the Lightning Collection are great. I mean, we've had some paint issues here and there, but you can see like regular toy release toys, so like the Dino Fury toys and stuff like that. They're good, but I mean, they're meant to be a plaything. Right? And then the Lightning Collection is that more high-end collectible. Yeah. And I really hope that we still get to like see these figures before we buy them, because I'd hate to buy a figure and not know what I got.
They're calling it the old blind box. And
I don't like the blind box idea.
No.
And like I was telling Jen the other day, we actually had a conversation about this, that I try to buy them as they're released, because if you try and buy them down the road like months later, they're literally double the price.
What was that one we were talking about? The Morpher. The Lightning Collection Morpher is like $200.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So I've got one sitting on my shelf over here.
Yeah.
I mean the Pink Ranger.
I got one sitting on my shelf, and I'm like,
you can still get the Pink Ranger at most GameStops.
Yeah, they're still
there too.
They're still at GameStop.
It's crazy. Yeah. But I mean, now I will also make another shameless plug here. Like if you want to, I am an affiliate with Entertainment Earth. So any of my links, if you go through my link tree and you go to Entertainment Earth, anything you purchase there does help out the channel and help me grow. So, big shout out to Entertainment Earth for making me an affiliate. And
shameless plugs. No! If you guys want to go to zeotohero.ko-fi.com and donate and help us out a little bit, it'll be totally helpful.
God dang it.
We got a support us button now on the webpage if you want to go support us.
Guys, I mean, and for the people out there in viewer land, remember, this is a passion project for us all. We all enjoy what we do because we're doing it. And we all like being able to make content for you. And sometimes that content doesn't come cheap or easy. So
that's true.
Being able to help out the creators that you love, it shows that they're able to give that love back in more content.
Yes.
So
I feel like our content's pretty cheap.
Well, okay. Well, the content I put up on TikTok is usually just me and my collection. That costs a lot of money.
I think our rambling on podcasts are kind of cheap.
Yeah.
I mean, I would have never thought though that 2 months. Because I've just been on this content creator trip for honestly about 2 months, and it's really blown up in that last 2 months.
Yeah.
And I've been so blessed to be able to do that and bring that to you. There's one of my kitty monsters has just decided to run in.
Yeah.
Ignore that cat in the background.
So ignore that cat.
Dude, you should like 8-bit the cat like in the just like as it comes on screen. Just 8-bit it.
Fuzz it out. Oh my goodness. Well, yeah. Like you know, we've been doing this for a little while now, and we're really happy with our feedback and stuff, and everyone like enjoys it. Well, most people enjoy the show. And some of the people we're probably offend with really weird comments about barbecue.
Oh gosh. Oh,
No.
I love barbecue.
Wait, with sauce or without sauce?
Okay, so I know how it is in Texas. Texas is very dry, no sauce. Okay, and don't get me wrong, I like a good dry rub, but there's something about a sauce that kicks. Okay.
All right, guys, we're done with this episode.
We gotta fight them.
Look, I'm Tennessee born
See
and
Valenta,
bred, guys.
buddy.
See, I'm Tennessee born and bred, so Memphis style barbecue is there for me. Okay,
Yeah.
Very thick, very wet sauce.
Yeah, Memphis does really good pork. You guys do great pork. Plain and simple.
You
Like,
guys do
it's-
great. You guys do great beef, but I make a.
We do
pretty
great
good-
everything, sir.
I do a pretty good smoked chicken wing. Okay.
Oh man! All right. Well,
You getting me hungry.
one day I'll have to put a recipe for my smoked chicken wings. See how they
Yeah.
compare.
Thanks,
One of
Justin,
these
for
days.
talking about smoked chicken wings. I just gained 5 pounds.
Yeah.
Hey.
Rangers got to eat too.
Yeah. Thankfully, that molecular suit can fit us because it's not
Yeah.
spandex. Remember, Jay?
It's not spandex.
As Dr. K says, it's not Spanish.
It's not.
More or less says / screams at people.
Oh man,
Okay.
Hey, remember, it's not a colorful explosion; it's an energy discharge.
there you
it,
go.
That's it. Oh man. Somebody that speaks our language. Thanks again
Start
for
wrapping it up.
Thanks again for listening to another episode of Zeo to Hero, where me and Jim bicker all the time. No, I can't do that. No, let me try again. Let me do that again.
We've bickered less over time.
Yes.
I think it's because we're bored of each other.
Yeah,
I want to start seeing other people.
yeah, for real. Thanks again for
Justin over there, just like, what the hell's
yeah,
wrong with you
he's
people?
like, what is this?
Done
Thanks
with
again
this
for listening
nonsense.
into another episode of Zeo to Hero, as we are joined by our lovely guest, Justin, who has a beard almost as great as ours.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I feel
I
attacked.
try.
Yeah. Do you have any last plug-ins or any shout-outs you want to do before we chop off?
Oh yeah, well, guys, thank you. It's been a pleasure. I've really enjoyed it. You can obviously tell you two are just great brothers, and that you do love each other in your own ways, very, very deep down.
Yeah.
So, but guys, it's been a pleasure as always.
Yeah.
So, guys, make sure you're definitely checking out Zeo to Hero podcast. They're doing amazing work.
You're
So-
saying that on our podcast.
hey, I'm saying it. I'm enjoying the podcast, so I'm gonna plug you guys as well. Also, remember, just make sure you're following all my Instagrams, all my socials, and guys, I hope you have a fantastic day. And I will wrap up my saying goodbye, as I say with every video, like my buddy Jason. May the power protect you. See you in the next video. Peace.
Hey, there you go. Yeah.
All right, well, you want to wrap yours up?
I can't top that. You got anything?
Yeah. Famous last words, Zordon. Come at me, bro. But yeah, check us out. Check out all of our stuff out at Zeo to Hero anywhere. So like Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. If you want to help support our show, we are at ko-fi.com/Zeo to Hero. If you want to help us out a little bit and help us get cool stuff, and keep an eye out on the website for a new shop coming up.
Oh, yes.
All right. And we're testing out products right now, and we got a couple, and
I was
we'll be showing them off.
I was the test dummy, and I got the items, and I absolutely love them.
He's lying about it. He was an actual test dummy. He was in the car when they were crashing into a wall.
Justin, put me up to this.
The test portion is probably wrong. Dummy parts probably right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay.
You guys.
And
All right.
with that, guys, have a good time out there. Billy, anything else you want to say? Bye? No?
Blah,
Okay.
blah, blah.
Bye. Okay.
Bye, guys. Have a good one.
All right. There was one time I was in I worked at call centers for a while, and there was one time I'm on the phone, like headphone on the phone, and my chair breaks, I fall, and I'm like still on the phone. I'm like, yes, I can help you with disconnecting your services on the ground.
That's professionalism at its
Yeah.
finest. You did not stop the
Like
pitch.
whoop.
And just to think, he didn't get Employee of the Month that month.
Ah, it was terrible.
That's rough.
Yeah.
All right.